You are listening to the Joe Mars Podcast, a podcast inspired by musical creatives from and within Zimbabwe, Africa, and the world who are making an impact and pursuing their passions. My name is Joseph Maramba, and I'm a radio host best known for shows on Capital FM, Power FM, and Sport FM radio. And I'm sitting down with creatives to learn more on their story and how they are making an impact with every single production.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, I found the problem. Found the bug.
Oh. I was like, oh my gosh, is it my ghetto ass laptop, bro?
It's my ghetto ass network. It's my African ass network right here. That's the one that's messing things up. How you doing, Charmaine?
I'm doing amazing. Shangwari yangu, huh?
What? What the hell? When was the last time you actually spoke a sentence in Shona?
Maybe like 2 days ago. But okay. I can speak it maybe like 60% of the way, but I can understand 100%. Because
Okay.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I was back home.
Man, how long has it been?
We left in 2000, so it's been approximately like 21 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
And is that when you were 5 years old?
Yes.
Okay, so let me do my math here. So you're 26.
Yes.
God damn.
I know,
Man,
right?
okay, so you're looking fly as always. I had a set of questions, but you just came in here and you were like ghetto ass network, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going with whatever we're doing right here. Okay, so nice to have you here, man. I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for asking me to be a part of it. I was so excited when you DM'd me. I was like, yes.
Man, yeah. Because I've been hitting up your DMs, like Twitter, Instagram, and nothing is happening. I'm like, she's on a live show. I'm just gonna shoot my shot right here. I'm just gonna say, hey girl, I need to have an interview with you or something like that. And then that's when it all happens. So it's all good. Sometimes you have to be a little bit conniving to get what you want, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the job done. It's okay.
Okay. But how you doing? You must be on top of the world with everything that's happening around you, your music. I mean, just generally, how you doing? COVID and stuff. How have you been doing?
I'm pretty good. I mean, obviously, being in the pandemic for the past year and some change is very traumatic, and it's definitely stirred up a lot of things, but I'm working on them, including reintegrating into society and talking to real people in real time. It's kind of weird, but I'm adjusting. Other than that, I'm on a high. Everything is unfolding so freaking amazingly and so quickly. I did not expect it to get to the level that it's gotten to now. So I'm just really excited that everyone's receiving me and my music so openly.
Oh much. Please forgive me.
No
Touch the
problem.
button out of the studio. Okay, you were on a roll there. You were telling me something about reintegrating into the society,
Oh.
and yeah.
Yeah. I'm just working on getting back into society and actually being in crowds and with people, because I've gotten so used to being by myself. But nonetheless, it's been an amazing journey seeing everything unfold the way it has. So I'm just really, really grateful. Oh, you on mute.
Oh man. Fuck. Okay, I'm trying not to embarrass myself here because this is basically the very first interview that I've had with the Queen in the North. You know what I mean? The Queen in the North. Huh?
Oh, you good. I be embarrassing myself all the time. I just laugh it off.
I was like, you are so strong, to be TikToking, to be on Instagram, and to be showing all your flaws and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I try to do that, but most of the times when I do it, it's a podcast I record and then I edit, split, edit, and remove all the ums and the M's. But
Yeah.
you're so brave.
Thank you.
So let's get down to business here. I know that we were not doing any business back then, but yeah, okay, let's just go. So, Charmaine, I am Charmaine. Tell us your real name, man.
My name is Charmaine Tafadzwa Willie.
Tafadzwa. Oh man, I got a sister
Tafadzwa.
called Tafadzwa. That's cool. All right, cool. All right, Tafadzwa. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least you know how to pronounce Tafadzwa. That's a good thing,
Yeah.
right? Mm. So you left Zimbabwe at the age of 5. Do you
Yes.
remember anything about the country before you left for America? Do you remember?
Oh,
Do you have memories at all?
oh, absolutely. I remember a lot of things. Actually, a lot of people are usually surprised by what I can remember because my memories start when I was like 3, maybe 2, going on 3. I remember a lot of things. Especially like getting in trouble because we used to like jump the brick wall from our house to go play outside when my parents weren't home. So every time they would come back, we got caught once and we got our beatings. But yeah, I used to just like sneak out the yard with my brothers. I remember like Westgate Mall, always going to Westgate Mall, and like they
Oh
had these
wow.
cards outside of the grocery store, and they had this one Barbie dream card that I would always look at. I'm like, one day I'm gonna have me one of those. It never happened, but yeah.
That was my next question. I was like, do you have it now? Like, do you
No.
have it? Oh no.
I
Okay.
might get the big girl version, that's for sure. Maybe a big pink Barbie Jeep car one day. I'm gonna make it
That'll be
happen.
cool. We expect that. There's nothing that I expect than the bold and the brave stuff when it comes to you, Charmaine. I mean, everything is just so like right straight, like there in your face. Nothing to. Okay, so all right, so you remember Westgate Mall? That's cool. Which part of Harare were you coming from actually?
We lived in Marlborough.
Marlborough. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
And
you were you were.
my mom used to work at like Reserve Bank for years and years. So like we'd always be like back and forth from Marlborough to like downtown. Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So Marlborough is very close to me because I was in the ghetto. I was like in Warren Park, like that. It
Do
was
you
so close.
do you know Roman Gardens?
Yeah, I do.
Roman Gardens, and I forgot there's another apartment. I'll remember it when I remember it. I'll tell you. But like, yeah, we were in a little bit of the ghetto at one point too. I forgot the name.
No, but no, it was not the same. Like I was coming from the ghetto,
Like the
like right
Boondus.
there. Yeah, exactly. You wake up with people calling up for, selling their wares on the street, like Muchairo, and you're like, that's the ghetto. Like that's not you. Like you didn't have to wake up with that shit. I did. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so a lot has been written about you. I mean, your journeys from Zimbabwe, to America and then to Toronto, your
yeah,
music, the struggles that you went through, like I mean, with your family as well. But one thing that I did enjoy when I was reading that, and I don't think I don't want to like because it's well written, right? But one
yeah,
thing that I really wanted to commend you is the family unit that that you had even when things were tough. Like you talking about sleeping in a motel and being in a motel, the 6 of you, and only a hot plate as a kitchen and stuff like that.
yeah.
I at that moment I felt you. And then I said to myself, that's the Zimbabwean, or those are the Zimbabweans that we know. We don't give up on each other. We don't run away. We don't do shit like that.
Ah,
You
period.
know,
Period.
we don't, right?
No, not at all. Ever. We stick together as a family all the time. No matter how even you could hate your family, but like you'd still stick with them because they're family. And I love
Mm,
that.
yeah. So your family is pretty strong. How are they doing right now, right?
Everybody's really great. Like we're all in such a great part of our lives individually, but as a family, we've come a really long way. And we always talk about it. I always talk to my mom every day. And we always like think about the time where it's like we didn't know where we were gonna end up, what our lives were gonna look like. Or even if we're gonna find a place to live on our own, you know what I mean? So
Mm,
it's really beautiful to be able to sit back and think about where we were and just know that we're nowhere close to there anymore. So
mm.
everyone's doing really, really well.
Oh wow, wow. Did I tell you you're beautiful? By the way, did I?
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, no, you didn't, but I mean, thank
Yeah,
you.
like I'm scrolling my Instagram and I'm like, girl, girl. Okay, that's me. I just thought I'd say, man, thank you so much. You're doing so much. And when I got the news, like when I bumped into your music, right? And
Yeah.
then I think I was watching Bold. Okay, nobody had told me before. Like Spotify does this thing. Like it sort of suggests for me, music according to my taste. So I'm always looking for like okay, black music. Okay, that's first and foremost. Then secondly, I'm also looking for African music, like people who are breaking new ground and stuff like that. And then there it was, Bold was there, and I was like, okay, that's a good song. But then when I went to watch the visuals, I saw um the necklace that you had on, which had the Zimbabwean flag. And I
Yeah.
was like, "What the hell? Is she from Zim or she is?" That's the moment that I fell in love with you. So, um, I want to be honest. That was like it. I was like, okay, I've got a podcast and all, but I want to talk to her and I want to just check out. So I was waiting for your album to come through, and that's when I started hitting you in the inbox and DMs and stuff. Didn't work, but yeah, here we are.
What you just said is exactly why I made sure that I wore it in the video, because I'm like, I need to make a statement with my first video, and I want people to know that I'm proud of where I come from. And I knew that anyone from Zimbabwe would see it and notice it right away because we
Okay.
always know, for some reason, like anything Zimbabwean always catches my eye right off the bat. I don't know, maybe it's just because I am and I recognize it like this, but like I knew once you guys saw it, you knew like, okay, she's one of us. Yes.
Exactly. She's one of us, and it's very hard to not to see that flag, right? It's got very bold colors like black,
Yes.
yellow, green, red, white. Like they took all the bold colors and they were like, let's just mash it up into one flag. I mean, that's us right there,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um you've been doing great work. I love Hood Avant. I don't know if I pronounce it right because I'm from the ghetto. Like, I mean, our English is not that good. Right? So Hood Avant God, is that it? Like how I have to do my like I have to like Hood Avant God. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I mean it's a hood avant-garde.
Oh,
But
see?
it's okay because my mom says it the same way. So she like we understand, so it's okay. She was like,
Hood
I have to like
Avant God.
twist my mouth. I'm like, okay, mom.
Exactly. Man, so so how's that been doing? I've been seeing billboards. I've been seeing you working with Javier. Is it Javier? Javier Mighty? Uh
Havaya.
Avaya. Oh,
Yes.
Havaya. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me, Havaya. Excuse me. Havaya. Have I and you've been all over the place. I see billboards in Toronto. I see you being listed in Spotify playlists and other playlists all over the music scene. And particularly when I was reading this small little write up that said you have been hailed the queen in the north. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I didn't dump. Obviously, I wasn't thinking that, but like since people were saying it, like I'm just gonna run with it. So like, why not? But honestly, it's a huge honor for people to even give me that title because one, I'm new on the scene. I'm just getting started right now, so like for people to feel like I am, worthy enough of that title is mind-boggling, and it's just a very humbling feeling.
Mm. Man, but you have to there's a part of you, I think, right, with the music that like with the rap, and rappers love to not to brag, but to just boast a little bit. So if a title is given unto you, you accept it and you're like, okay, I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah.
You're gonna milk it as much as you can, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it. The people said it. So it's like, The people have spoken. So who am I to say no to the people?
Man, who are you? Yeah. So if people crown you the queen, then you are the queen. Let's go with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a democracy over here.
Don't you remind us of what we've got down here, which you don't have down up there. Okay, so
Yeah.
something I read is that when you first shocked the world, you were actually singing and not rapping.
Yeah.
So you're a singer. I mean, you're a singer too, and not just a rapper. Because you did Beyonce 1+1 and Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You.
Yes, actually I'm a singer first and then a rapper second. Even though it looks the other way around right now to the world, because the first music they hear from me is rapping. But yeah, I grew up singing in church. My dad plays the piano. He used to play like the keyboard all the time in the house. And then one day I just started playing by ear. And eventually I started singing and playing. And then, I joined my church choir, and I would always sing for talent shows and things like that. So yeah, singing is definitely where I first fell in love with music.
So it's clear, there's no doubt that one day a single or an album is gonna come out with you singing more than rapping.
Oh, definitely, no doubt, it's coming. We're working on it. We got some stuff in the bag already, and we're always cooking. We're always in the studio, so you guys will definitely hear me singing a lot, or even like a whole project of me just singing. That's definitely on the list of things to do.
Wow, wow, and it's very interesting because you know what, the people that like the artists that you love and the artists that you've basically been known to love. I don't know all of them, but I know
Yeah.
there's Missy Elliot in there. I know there's Queen Latifah. I know there's Beyonce. I don't. It's a mixed bag.
Yes.
It's a mixed bag and different genres and different formats altogether. Is it because of the trouble, not the troubles, but the journeys, the travels that you've had in your life that has made you like accumulate all of this, all of this music, and then just usher it out in the manner that you are feeling at that moment?
Definitely all the traveling around and being exposed to different parts of, even though, like I was always in the States, I lived in like 3 different places in the States. So, Chicago, then Michigan, then Tennessee. So I kind of moved around, and each place I went to, I would see that there was a certain sound that came from there. And I would just be listening and listening. And then like I would just pick who I loved the most and who I would play the most. And when I got to Toronto, it was even more of a variety in sounds here because there's so many different cultures. So I think that's why my bag is just so mixed and stirred up, because I just take everything from everywhere that I've heard so far and just put it in one thing, and it works.
Mixed bag. It's a mixed bag for sure. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it though, because you pretty much grew up. Because if you're 26, that means, and I'm 39. Don't tell a lot of people. Um, but you grew up after, like, we were so down to Missy Elliott and well, the Beyonces came a little later, and
Yeah.
Alicia Keys came a little later though. But Missy Elliott was like if I'm talking music, even with my peeps, Missy Elliott, P Diddy, etc. That was the time. But you have managed to cross these boundaries, like you're dipping into a part of us that probably a lot of your age were not really accustomed to and were not listening to at the time when you
Yeah.
were growing up. Mm.
Oh, definitely. And I love that, because when I was back home, I know we didn't I didn't know anything about rap music when I was younger. Even my brothers, and they were a little bit older than I was before we left, right? So we weren't really accustomed to rap music in our household. I'm sure like other people would have been listening to it, but at our ages, we weren't hearing that back home, right? We only started hearing it when we came to the States and then Canada. But I really wanted to just upgrade the sounds that we hear from artists like myself that are from back home, and hopefully like it inspires other girls back home to want to, do what I'm doing and to want to rap and show everybody like, yo, we got the sauce too, please.
Indeed, we have. Do you listen to or do you know any Zimbabwean female rappers out there?
I love Nadia Nakai. Is that I
Nadia
think that's
Nakai,
her
yeah,
name. Yeah, she's
yeah.
freaking dope. I love Tamy Moyo. She actually follows me on Instagram, so I'm hoping like one day I could like get her on a track or something. That would be really, really cool.
That'll be
Those are
cool.
the two, like my top two so far that I've been
Mhm.
listening to the most. And then like you have the Afro house artist, and I forgot how to pronounce her name because you know me, I'm not from back home, so I don't have the same tongue like you guys have sometimes. Is it mobile? Something like that.
Mobile. Okay,
Yes.
mobile.
Yes.
Okay.
I almost had it this time. Last time was a mess when I was trying to say her name, but I love her. And like
No, but you'll be forgiven because not forgiven, but slightly forgiven
yes.
because you grew up in Harare, you left very early, and
Yeah.
Ngobile is an Ndebele name, which
Yeah.
is very far away from Harare, but it's okay. Yeah, you did well. You did good. You did good.
Thank
To
you.
be quite
Thank you.
honest. Mm. So
Yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
were trying to. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
oh, sorry. I'm like talking so much. No, like one day I just want to I really want to bridge that gap between the American Canadian sound of music and Afro beats even more because I mean people are starting to do it a little bit more. You see Drake with Wizkid, and like you see that happening, but I want to do it more. So hopefully you guys will see and hear more like Afro beats vibes from me.
That would be really dope, eh? That would be really dope. And the
Yeah,
assumption is always when someone makes it outside the continent, like they make it in the US and stuff like that, they probably see, their sisters and brothers that are also doing music back home as lower than them. It's
yeah,
nice to hear from you when you say, I really want to do that and bridge the gap because there's always that assumption that, you know what, I'm signed to Warner Music, and you guys, I don't know who signed y'all, but I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna be playing around with you. I'm
no,
pl-
we're not like
I'm
that on
playing
this
with a big
side.
fish. Because I mean, let's face it, you're being interviewed by Fat Man Scoop.
Oh, you saw that?
How
Yeah,
would I
that's
not?
crazy. That was freaking crazy because I listened to like all the records that he's on, and I used to just dance in my living room all the time and just like listen. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually talking to this guy. Like,
That was really dope. And I saw the interview and I was like, okay, how did he notice you? Because I'm sure he's got a whole lot of other things to do in his life than speak to artists that don't make his cut. So speaking to you means you've made his cut. Like he recognizes the art, he recognizes the music. How did
yeah,
how did how did that come about?
honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. One day, actually, it was really crazy how it happened because one day I was at a photo shoot. I was wrapping up a photo shoot. It was almost like, I don't know, way late in the night. I got a message from my marketing manager, Joel, and he just sent me a video. And like I was like, okay, that's random because he never really messages me that late at night anyways. So and then I opened it while I was doing the photo shoot, and as soon as I opened it, it started playing Fat Man Scoop's radio show, and he was talking about me. And I was like, hold on. He's talking to he said Charmaine, right? And I'm like, I told everyone, shut up. They're like, you guys shut up. And then like we stopped everything. It went quiet, and I played it again. I'm like, oh my God. Do you guys hear that? And I was so shocked. And up until this day, I don't even know how he came across me, but I'm grateful that he did. Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. 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 Man, Fat Man Scoop. I was like, that's like if you're in the rap music, if you're in the rap game, and Fat Man Scoop calls you up, you are going to literally just tell everybody else what you did. Like, shut up. Some like Fat Man Scoop is talking to me, and that was I think that was really really wonderful. If not what you call it, authentication to the music that you're doing and the grind that you're putting in, the recognition that you're doing well, I don't know
Yeah.
what else will be, but Fate Man Scoop, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at his wall where he's got like tons and tons of awards and platinum, silver awards, and etc. etc. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he
Yeah.
had the time to speak to Charmaine. So yeah, Charmaine, wakurema in our show, like wakurema,
Eh.
like
Gurema.
wagureba, wagureba. Okay, so tell us about working with Havaya. She's also doing well in Toronto. How's
Yes.
that? How's that
Oh,
on your new album?
it was so much fun. So I actually met her by accident. We were both shooting the same show, and we had like back-to-back call times. So as soon as I was done filming my segment, she came in, and then like I wasn't expecting her to be there that day, but then they're like, "Oh, Hawaii's almost here." I'm like, "Okay, wait, let me just chill out for a little bit. Let me say my hellos and then skedaddle." You know what I mean? So she came. We hit it off. It was such good vibes. And then I reached out to her. I'm like, "Would you want to do a track with me?" And the discussion was more so like, do we want to do a new track, or do I want her to hop on like one of my tracks that I already have? And as soon as we're talking about that, I already knew the I Don't Care track was gonna fit her perfectly. Her style, her vibe, her lyricism, everything is amazing. So it was just an amazing time. I mean, obviously we couldn't do it face to face. It was more like phone to phone, email to email. But like it was still really cool. And then we hopped on live, and it's just really good vibes. And I really wanted to show people, especially in Toronto, that there's nothing wrong with collaborating with your peers, right? It seems like the one thing over here for some reason that's not too popular is people collaborating with each other. And I don't understand why, because I feel like collaborating with other artists is actually what makes our city stronger, and we're able to cultivate even more attention that way. But I don't know, but it was really cool. It was really cool.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so you literally led me to Havaya. Like when you were working with her and when your music came out, I was like, okay, she's cool. And then I listened to some of her tracks as well, and I was like, she's dope.
Yeah.
I was like, she's really dope. It's like,
Yeah.
oh. So that's the whole beauty of this whole thing. If you collaborate and if you come together despite the
Exactly.
differences and history, you expose us to so much more. And I know when you then collaborate with Zimbabwean or African artists as well, you're going to expose them to a whole lot of fans that you have in Toronto.
That's the goal. I just want to be able to collaborate with as many people as I can, whenever I can, because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do when you have a platform like this. There's nothing wrong with giving other people an opportunity to be seen as well. So like that's just what my goal is ultimately, through all of this.
Wow. Let's talk about yourself. Okay, we are still talking about yourself. But I saw you on Instagram as well. You're working on your weight. You can now fit, was it a size 11 from
Yes.
15?
Now
Okay,
the jeans.
okay.
Okay, so those jeans I was wearing in that post, I bought them like a year ago.
Mhm.
Right? I bought them like a year ago, and I'm just like, one day I'm gonna be able to fit into these jeans. It's not gonna be now because I was really lazy back then. I'm like, it's not gonna be now, but at some point, I'm gonna be able to fit into these jeans. And I had completely forgotten about them. They've always been hanging in my closet, right? So yesterday, I was just like, I needed something to put on when I was leaving. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try these jeans on, because I have been working out quite a lot for the past like 2-3 months now, with my trainer. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try and put these on, and they fit. And I was like, game over. Ha, game over.
They fit. Them jeans fit, y'all.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And I know it's a big issue when it comes to women, right? Like, I mean, weight, etc. But you're pretty cool about it. I mean, you talk about it as if it's nothing. Like, I couldn't fit
Yeah.
into this. Now I fit into this, and you're like a world of motivation to a lot of women out there.
Yeah, because honestly, like I even though I'm losing weight right now, I was already happy with myself, even when I was a size 15 in jeans. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
I was already happy with myself. I didn't find there was anything wrong with me. To be perfectly honest, the only reason I even started working out was because I just want to make sure that I'm in great shape for my live shows, to be able to perform and give the energy that I'm supposed to and just be 100% inside and out. That's the only reason. It's not because I felt like I was too big, I was too this, too that. No. Um, it's just for me to get to a point where I feel personally great from the inside out in terms of my stage performance. So like
Mm.
that's why I don't have any problems talking about it. Um Man, you go if you gotta love me at my size 11 jeans as well as my size 15 jeans. And if you don't, then you can go kiss my ass. You know what I mean? So
That's the Charmaine we know. And you did mention there in that Instagram post, like the how uh you could not fit into these jeans after your son's birth, right?
mhm.
That's when I actually got wind of the fact that you have a son. How's he doing?
He's good. He just like he doesn't see me as like an artist like everybody else. Obviously, to him, I'm just mommy. So like
Mm.
he gets so mad at me sometimes when I have to work and he has to be at like my mom's house. He's like, "Oh my gosh, you're taking so long. Why do you have to work every day?" You know. But other than that, he loves to reap the benefits, which are toys and clothes and shoes and everything else. He doesn't have a problem with that. Like he'll be the first person, "Mommy, can I get a new toy?"
Yeah. And then there you have, there you go. There you go.
He's doing,
Okay.
he's doing well.
Does he vibe to your raps? I mean, like, does he have an understanding of what you're doing right now, your music and stuff like that?
Oh yes, 100%. Look, when he was when was he? Like he was 2 years old. I remember that's when I really started making music and singing again. So like I would have my studio set up in my living room of our old apartment. So whenever he was watching TV or anything, like I would just turn the volume down a little bit while I was recording. And he actually knows a lot of my songs. Like if I play them, he'll be able to sing them because he remembers. And he would actually get mad at me if I whenever we drove in the car, if I didn't play my songs. Like if I played anybody else's music, he would cry. And then he'll be like, mommy song. And then I'll just have to play all my songs the whole time. And he like it's the same up until this day. Like he loves everything that I do.
Wow. 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 He's
Yeah.
such a star. I'm sure he's going to pick up one or two things from you, right?
Oh,
Like, especially
definitely.
the tenacity, like the strength and
Oh,
like the
Kiera has a
energy.
bigger personality. It's like talking to a grown man, and it's like it's the funniest thing ever. Sometimes he actually gives us speeches. Like he'll give me a speech, or he'll give my mom a speech. Like if we do something he doesn't like, and it's the funniest thing. But that's a whole nother. I think he's better suited for acting. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to get him into some acting in kids shows or something because he has the
Mm.
personality for it 100%.
Oh, wow. 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 So tell us about your family. Like you said, when you grew up, there was no rap
Yeah.
music. Your dad was playing piano at a church and stuff like that. Um, uh, there have been no issues at all, with with your parents accepting, the culture of hip hop and some of the words that you have to use in your song, like "bitch please" or "fuck it" or whatever, you know.
Oh no, my parents do not. Okay, look, they don't even care anymore because they know they can't say anything to me anymore because I'm not gonna live. Even if they said don't say that, like I would still say it, and they know that I'm gonna do it anyway. So the only thing is though, I always have to warn my dad with certain songs, like Sizzle in particular.
Okay.
I told my dad, I'm like, hey, if I was you, I wouldn't listen to Sizzle. If you want to, you can. If you want to, you can, but I'd highly advise that you don't do that.
Mm,
So as long as I give him the warning like beforehand, like he's good with it.
yeah, yeah. Reminds me of the Big documentary that I was watching, where he would tell his mom not to listen to his music. Like he would say, "Mom, don't listen to my music. What you doing listening to my music?" And she was right there speaking after, like, I mean, I think he had passed a couple of years when the documentary was being shot, and she
Yeah.
was like, "I had never really listened to that music until one day, people were like, your son is blowing up and stuff like that. You gotta listen to what he's doing." And then she was shocked, like, so it's a good thing if you
Yeah.
let your dad, like, Dad, if you're gonna listen to this at your own peril, please. I'm not gonna be responsible.
Exactly.
Wow, man, Charmaine, you don't know how much of a joy it is just to be sitting with you and having this conversation because I
Oh,
there is a you have I'm reminded instantly when I see you perform on video or even in your lyrics and in your songs as well of Missy Elliot, and I know you love her to bits.
oh,
How
I
much
do.
is she of an influence to all the things that you do?
Oh, definitely a major influence. And it's definitely because of her creativity. Her videos look like nobody else's. Her sound sounded like nobody else's. The way that she even carries herself is completely different than everybody else. And I'm a fan of like bright colors and vibrant patterns and going outside of the box. So she definitely inspires me to continue pushing myself and to continue exploring new sounds for myself. And you'll see, like, and as you can see already, like most of my songs don't sound like each other. They're in the same family, the same realm, and they sound like Charmaine, but like each song has a different vibe. And I always like to push like different tones out and see how can I make my voice sound on this record that it didn't sound like on the last one, So, and that is largely because of Missy and me wanting to continue to just push myself outside that box. So definitely huge inspiration, huge.
And I'm rooting for that collab, right? I'm rooting for that feature.
Oh,
It has
fingers
to come. Fingers
fingers crossed.
crossed. Fingers crossed. But you almost walked out of all of this. In fact, not almost, but you walked out of this music business after you were discovered. And
Yeah.
what was happening? What was happening? What was going through your mind at that moment? Like you went in, you performed the Beyonce and the Alicia Keys, you got recognized. Somebody wants to give you a shot, and you're like, nah.
I think it had largely to do with the fact that I was still really young. Um, you know, 17, 18, 19 is a tricky phase, especially like in the music business, right? Because you're growing out of the teenagehood slash childhood stage and you're entering the young adult stage. And I hadn't really experienced a lot. So like I felt like what I was writing just wasn't clicking with me, and it didn't have any substance. I was just writing things that I thought sounded cool, but honestly I was like, no, okay, no, I'm not ready for this. Plus I at that time I had quite a bit of self-esteem issues. Like I thought I was too big to be in the music industry, because back then people weren't as open about different body types as they are now. And I was just like, okay, no, like, us Africans, we got the hips, we got the bum and everything, and we got the curves. I'm
I
like,
don't know. You tell me.
you, you should know. Come on, you see, please. Um, so I was just like, I don't think I fit into this industry. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. It wasn't necessarily me quitting and saying I'm never gonna do this again, but I'm like, I want to take a break. I need to go through life a little bit. I need to find my way and discover who I am before I can embark on this journey, because I feel like if I do it before I've figured out who I am, there's no way I can put who I am in my music.
Mhm.
And that won't feel authentic. So I took a break, took like 4 years off. And then after I had my son, that's when I was like, okay, am I going to be his superhero, or am I just going to be another example of like mediocrity? And I was like, no, I have to be like his superhero. I need to show him that anything in this world is possible if he just puts his mind to it. So that's why I ended up getting back into it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were writing a lot at that stage. You used to you probably had left the limelight or whatever was going to come with that, endorsement from this rap or from Warner that you met at that event, and but you still remained with the music. You still remained a writer, and you were doing a whole lot of music in that time.
No, I stopped completely. I wasn't
Really?
writing. I didn't start writing again until 2018. So I took all those 4 years I took off. I wasn't doing music at all. Like I
Mm,
put it down. I stepped away. And then when I did start writing again in 2018, I was thankful that I didn't write the whole time, because by the time I did start again, it just clicked. Like there was nothing that was missing. I'm like, okay, now I got it. Now I know what path I want to head down. It wasn't perfect, but I already had a sense of which direction I wanted to go. So it made writing a lot easier. So I think I needed those 4 years of just nothing.
okay. That's cool. That's cool. So, what
Yeah.
is the stuff that you're most passionate to write about? Like, what do you write about in your music? Because to a lot of people, or to a person who probably doesn't study the lyrics, might just think, oh, okay, it's all about the rap game, bling bling, the long nails. By the way, we'll get to those long nails and that flashy hair and, and stuff like that. What is it that you're most passionate about when it comes to your rap?
um, I'm just passionate about honesty. Like I write according to how I feel that day. So, whenever I walk into the studio, I always have a conversation with my co-writer, Runway, and we'll sit and we'll talk about like what's been going on in our lives. He'll ask me like, what am I dealing with? What's got me in the attitude today? Like what's going on with me? And then I just talk about how I feel in that particular moment, and we usually just take that and make it into a song. So I pride myself on being 100% honest in the music that I make, because it's like literally how I feel in the moment. So like that I would say that's it. I wouldn't say there's a particular category, because like sometimes I feel like talking about how friggin' sexy I am. Sometimes I want to talk about how rich I'm a get. Sometimes I want to talk about how much I hate men sometimes, like so it's like a variety. No offense, sorry.
Okay, okay.
Not you.
There was gonna be a follow-up question on
No,
that. I was like,
no,
okay.
no offense. um,
Hmm.
but like, yeah, it just depends on my mood.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. That's pretty dope. And if ever I was gonna be a musician, of which I tried and I failed dismally at it, but anyway, if ever I was gonna be a musician, I would not want to be confined in a certain sort of like mindset, like
Mhm.
talk about this only, or
Yeah,
stuff like that. I do vibe to to love songs and to love music. I also vibe to music that uplifts the soul, or music that empowers people, like economically and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that
yeah.
you don't stay blinkered. It's cool.
Oh, definitely. No, I want to be as versatile as I can be
Mm,
with my
mm,
music. I find that not only does it represent who I am the best, but it also represents the world that we live in. Nobody's the same. Everyone's
mm,
different sounds for different people, and there's going to be certain songs that other people love from me that they don't, but maybe they won't like the next one. But there's always going to be something someone from somewhere likes from what I'm
mm.
doing, because of the variety, and I love that.
Yeah. So tell us about how you do your own hair, your nails, or something like that. You do most of your makeup and the styling that you've got going on your own. Where did you pick this up, or is it a girl or woman thing?
Okay, so I mean, I've had some help along the way, because I was a little confused about. I was like, I don't know really I knew what direction I wanted to go, but I didn't really know how to execute it as much as I needed. So first of all, my stylist Lex, she's the one that actually styles all my shoots. in my videos. When you see me on Instagram, like on Instagram Live and stuff, that's me. I do my own hair and my makeup, whatever, for those things. But when it comes to like my shoots, I have my stylist Lex, I have my makeup artist Zaina, and my hairstylist Jody. So they usually just work as a team to make me look as phenomenal as possible. I mean, all this he's saying right now, that was me because, I mean, I have a little skills, but yeah.
So what's with the nails? What's with the long nails? Do you even eat with those things? Like, I mean, are they clip-ons? Is there anything like that when it comes to nails, like clip-ons and stuff like that you can remove after a set or something?
Yeah, they're press-ons. So
Okay.
my nail tech, Rhonda, what she does, she just designs my nails for me, and then whenever I'm on my shoots or I'm doing something, I just glue them on really quickly. And then I do what I gotta do. As soon as I'm done, I take them right off because they're not practical. That's number one. Obvious, and I'm not gonna be ashamed to say that. Like those nails are too long and they're not really practical. They're not practical for daily use, right? So like
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to work on having sets that are just for like every day and then have like extravagant sets for my shoots because I'm a huge nail lover and I know I'm not gonna give up the extravagant nails, but like I need to figure out what am I gonna do with my hands in the meantime. Like in between time, I don't what am I gonna do? But yeah, it's really fun to play around with though. Like it's really fun.
You got me scared a little bit when I would see them, and I was like, okay, from what I understand, and with, the nails. Okay, I don't know a lot about nails, but I always assume you have to go and sit somewhere, and somebody has to put them on, like glue them on. So I was like, yo,
Yeah.
how does she? Like, okay, so it was something that I really wanted to ask you, like, what's with the nails? Where do they go? Something like that.
Yeah, it's really funny because like even on set, I'll have like 3 different people at the same time putting the nails on for me. Like because I can't really do it myself because they're so long. By the time I'm done with one hand, I can't really do the other one or pick up the other nails. So I'll have like my hairstylist, my stylist, my makeup artist, and my creative director just like taking turns. One's putting the glue, the other one's sticking the nail on, and then she's putting like it's really funny to watch. But yeah.
Okay. So you're really, really and pretty busy online as well. TikTok is one of those things that you do, and you have these funny characters that you play. Are these movies? Are these what is it? Like I laughed my lungs out when you did the blind guy. What was his name?
Oh, the blind Adam one.
Blind Adam. I was like, oh my word. You're really funny too.
Oh, thank you. I came across this Instagram profile named Jason Banks Comedy. And he does these characters. He came up with all these characters and he always does like videos and stuff on there. And I found them hilarious. I was just dying of laughter every time I watched it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try and recreate one of these videos. And I did, and everyone's been loving them. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I was trying to find something to do on TikTok, and for the longest time, I didn't know what to do. TikTok is very complex, and it requires a lot of work. So, once I landed on this, I'm like, okay, people like it. It's really easy to shoot. I'm gonna just stick to it, and I've been making them ever since because
they are really, really funny, yo. I don't want to lie to you. Like, I mean, like she says, I've been seeing other people or something like that. I don't know. It's something to that effect. When Adam was in there, it's like, oh,
she said I was looking at other girls. I was like, oh
man. So your career has pretty much been booming at a time when we've had COVID-19.
yeah.
Right? Like how has it been for you? Because I mean, I'm sure I don't know how it works in Canada or in Toronto, but when you have a booming career like this, you have to go on the road, you have to perform to people and stuff like that. But that hasn't been happening. How has it been like overally?
It's been still pretty great. I actually think that me debuting myself in the middle of COVID and the pandemic was probably the best thing that ever happened to us because people are at home. And when you're at home, then we have nothing to do. We're looking for new music. We're looking for new things like that we like. So I actually found that it worked in my advantage and I was able to build a much bigger audience from that than I thought I would be able to, and it's worked out very, very well. Obviously, I haven't started like traveling and doing shows and whatnot, but that's we're already planning some stuff, and that's gonna start happening very, very soon. I actually will be in Atlanta at the end of this month, for a couple of things, and I'm excited about that. But I honestly couldn't have put out music at a much better time. I know it sounds weird, but I couldn't have put music out at a much better time. And also it's given me the chance to build that audience before I start my live show. So by the time I do, I know there's people who are already listening to my music that already love my music. So, they're going to buy the tickets to the shows, right? So, yeah.
That's the plan, right? Buy the tickets. We're on the road.
Exactly.
Buy the tickets. Cool. All right. So I think it worked out well for you. I mean, there was a huge outcry, especially from Zimbabwe, from Africa. I'm in South Africa
Yeah.
though, but there was a huge outcry for people who were used to be on the road, like
Yeah.
DJs, your music artists, and they were sort of feeding off from that interaction with the people when they're on stage. And
Yeah.
to imagine that it just all of a sudden was just cut off, no more. You have to start from you don't have to do that. There was a very, very huge outcry, but I
Yeah.
felt with what I saw during that time from March 2020 to now, when it hit the shores in Africa, I realized that there was a lot of movement and there was a lot of acceptance to artists that had never been on a stage before. And I think that's the beauty of it all, And
Yeah,
you just
definitely.
Mm. All right. So Charmaine Tafadzwa, okay, Queen in the North, hailing from South Africa. I'm never gonna forget that your name is Tafadzwa, man. I'm never, never, never. From a little rundown country called Zimbabwe, now flying high in Canada. How does that make you feel sometimes when you hear the news from Zim? Like, okay, we got
It makes me feel great. I have family back there, and it's really crazy when we get calls, or my dad and my mom get calls from people back home, and they're showing them like my video on a TV screen, or my little nieces and nephews just dancing to my songs. I'm like, oh, this is really nice, and it makes me feel really good. So hopefully I can just continue to make my country proud and continue to do really great things for us.
okay. So, what do you have plans going back to maybe visit Zim a little
Oh,
bit?
I
Maybe when
I
when it all opens up.
I do want to visit. I don't know when. I can't put a timestamp on it quite yet. But I definitely do see myself going back home and visiting and just seeing how it looks now, because obviously I was 5 when I left the last time. So, and I know my mom still has the same house we used to live in, so I want to go and see it, and yeah, I definitely see myself going back there.
Okay. That's cool, man. That would be pretty cool. It'd be lovely to have you here. And also, oh, look, it's like I own the country. I'll be like, it's lovely to be, just I don't own anything. Okay. Let's talk about the future now. Hood avant-garde. Okay, I don't know if
Yeah,
I pronounced it right. Hood
yeah,
avant-garde. Hood
yeah.
avant-garde. Hood avant-garde. Okay. Let's talk about the future. What does it have in store? Do you have an album, an EP, a couple of singles lined up? Work that you're gonna do, maybe with one or two artists, maybe Missy Elliot, maybe Queen Latifah, maybe I don't know.
I do have some stuff I'm working on. Some really big things are coming. I can't really say what they are yet. I'll just because I like to surprise people. I
Mm,
don't want to block my blessings by speaking on it prematurely, but a lot of big things coming. But you can't expect a second project from me. Um, it'll be next year, but like the first single will probably be coming out in the fall sometime of this year. Don't quote me on that because everything can change on a blink of an eye. But that's what so far is happening. I have some shows that I have coming up, and I'm just excited to start getting out there.
Man, that'll be really interesting. And you'll be in your size 11, maybe size 10, you never know, maybe size 9,
Exactly.
and and you'll be looking as thick as hell and at the same time very fit on stage.
Well,
That'll be that.
yes, that is the plan.
That is the plan. That is the plan. Well, thank you very much for chilling with me, Charmaine. I mean, there's been a whole lot of um, discovery that has been happening. Like we didn't know you, or I didn't know you until probably I saw Bold and I
Yeah.
listened to Bold. Um, how's like apart from your family? Obviously,
hmm
there's media from Zimbabwe. There's media from Southern Africa. How has that been? Because we tend to leave it a little bit late. I'll be honest. We tend to leave it a little bit late. Like, okay, oh, she's blown up now. Oh, is that Charmaine? Is she from Zim? Oh my God. How do I get okay? We tend to leave it a little bit late. How has that been for you? Like, I mean, the reception in terms of the people, like the masses from Zimbabwe or um, South Africa or Africa in general.
I've been received pretty well, and I think that you guys actually weren't that late because I mean, Bold was my first song ever. Like I've never put anything out other than that. So that was my very first song, and not long after that, I started receiving support from South Africa and you know from you guys. So it's like you guys weren't really that late, but it feels good that I'm being noticed by my own people and that you guys are receiving me so well.
That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, we're ready for you. I don't know if you're ready for us, but we're ready for you.
Oh yes,
Let's
absolutely.
dip into the personal.
Oh boy.
Uh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oof, I think I just okay. Yeah. I think I beat myself with that zip. All right, relationship wise, what's happening? You seeing somebody? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Are you a fiance to somebody? Let us know, y'all, so that we can clear this shit up. Because you know what happens? We like our own, and our brothers will be checking you out on those videos and be like, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, the I'm single as a Pringle, and I like it this way because I mean okay, sorry, whoops, alarm. I find that I'm right now I'm just really really focused on building my career as much as possible. And it's not to say I'm not open to a relationship. I am, but I'm not searching for one. And like I just have my head on straight, just looking at my target for this music, and I'm just going for it. If I happen to meet somebody along the way, great. If not,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be the single auntie who probably is gonna be traveling the world and drinking wine all the time and like just going on shopping sprees in Paris and whatever. So which is fine as well too. I can live with that.
Okay. Okay. Well, please don't be the rich auntie. I'm sure there are a couple of people in your DMs right now. Don't be a rich auntie. Don't be a rich auntie. I don't wish.
Well,
No, I rebuke that. No.
why wouldn't you want me to be the rich auntie? I'm
No,
rich.
don't be a rich auntie. I mean, we all know your boy wants a little bit of help in your life. Like, I mean, your son definitely needs somebody to just like, you know what, mom is tripping right now. Something like that. And
Yeah, he definitely
he
needs
did.
somebody to talk to because I know I'm going to be stressing him out.
Exactly. He needs that. He needs that. But we take it every day as it comes, right? Take it every
Yeah,
day as it comes.
and it's really
Definitely.
important for me to make sure that the person who becomes part of his life is worthy
Mhm,
of becoming part of his life and can set the example for him that I need to be set.
mhm.
In terms of like what kind of man I want him to grow up to be and the values I want him to have. So I'm definitely not in a rush. And I'm not closed off, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Mm. Okay. So a lot of artists, and I know you it's probably, I don't know what time it is down there, but I know it's morning and you probably need to get going. But they've been they are like artists that are from, like, let me put it bluntly, right? Like artists that are from Africa. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
a lot that probably do well in Canada, in the US. You're among or amongst a small list, especially of rappers that are in the USA or in Canada, right?
Yeah.
And the culture is almost like they're protective of the culture, like the
Yeah.
hip hop, the rap culture, and to come out openly and bluntly to say, I am from Zimbabwe, born in Zimbabwe, and okay, yeah, traveled a little bit in the States and now in Canada. Has that ever probably have you ever faced any problems with that fact, or that just simple fact of just being, or not truly being born and raised in Toronto or Brooklyn or wherever it is that that they really define the culture as to come from?
Um, no, actually, I think me being very open about where I come from is what's catching people's attention, because as you said, like there really aren't a lot of African artists that are dominating in the States and Canada. Um, I mean, there's only the one Zimbabwean artist I can think of right off the top of my head is Tinashe, but like we don't have a lot of international stars that are out there, and I think people are a little bit shocked that somebody from Zimbabwe can make the type of music that I make.
Yeah.
And I think they're surprised that the sounds that come from it kind of encompass everything, and it intrigues people. So far I haven't run into any like issues with anything like about me being a Zimbabwean artist trying to do like rap music, anything. I've actually had a lot of open arms towards me, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Hmm. Wow. Man, good on you, and all the best with the music that you're putting out there. We're definitely vibing to it. Even though you do curse and at us as men, it's okay. Listen to it
I'm
anyway.
not I'm
I'm
not
like,
cursing at the good men, not the good men. As long as you know you a good man, I'm not talking to you guys. I swear.
even though you're out there and you say, okay, I buy my own shit. I buy my own, beer or alcohol. What was that song? Do remind me. The one that you be like, okay, at the bar, I buy my own thingy. What was it?
Old. Tell the waiter, we don't buy at the bar. We just post up at the booth. Tell the waiter, take my back.
Exactly.
You and you.
And then there was another one as well. Another one where you were like, I don't care how much guap you've got. And I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
okay, sister. Yeah, man, we're trying. We're trying to impress y'all. And then you sing about us. And then, I don't know.
Big boss energy. Come on. You gotta be a big boss to keep up.
Exactly. Exactly. Man. Okay. So here's the thing, though. I'm going to ask 5 things that we don't know about you that you have to tell us in the next 2 minutes. Five, not even
Okay.
2 minutes. It's, yeah. 5 things that you have never shared with everybody, you've never shared on any other interview except this one, that we don't know about you. Okay. So if you've got one foot bigger than the other, one, I don't know, just share with us, something that you're comfortable. I'm just giving an example. I didn't mean to go there. Okay. What are
Um,
those 5 things?
okay, first one right off the bat, I got ran over by a car when I was like 4. And because I got ran over by the car, my jaw is not straight anymore. So like you always see me like shifting my mouth, because when I don't, it just falls to the side. Because yeah, I got ran over by a car.
Okay, that's one. Let's go.
That's one.
So,
Um, let's see, number 2. I love drinking orange juice, but I hate oranges. I know that doesn't make any sense to a lot of
okay,
people.
that's just weird.
I don't like eating oranges, but I love orange juice. Like I'll drink orange juice. I'll drink the hell out some orange juice, but I don't really like eating orange.
Okay. But
um,
I will agree with you because I don't eat bananas at all, but I can eat a banana loaf. Okay, so it's
see,
I don't know. Yeah,
sometimes it's
it's
not
weird.
fruit; it's just the flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let me see
Okay.
what else. Oh, I don't know if this is new. I think it is. I have really small feet, so my shoe size is actually a size 4 in kids. So when I go buy shoes, I go to to the kids' Foot Locker because they're very tiny.
Okay, so you and your son are probably going to shop in the very same shop, right? In the very same
Yeah,
aisle. That's so
yeah. I'm probably
weird.
just feeling a lot of the shoes.
That's so
Okay,
weird.
is that
Okay.
three? Is that three?
Yeah, that's three. You're going on
Um,
fourth now.
four. Um. Oh, I have trypophobia. I hate things that are in really small like holes and clusters, like clusters of little holes. They make me itch, and like they actually make me like I get anxiety when I see stuff like that. Um, you have to Google it. It's called trypophobia.
I'm like, what kind of a phobia is
you know,
that?
you know,
Like,
like when have you ever seen like honeycombs? Obviously,
okay.
right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
little things like that have like holes that are clustered together. I just can't look at it. It just makes me itch. Like it just even thinking about it right now, like I just don't like it. Um,
Okay,
that's
that's
four.
new. Trypophobia. Well, we got you.
Um,
We're not gonna show you any honeycombs or talk about it anytime soon.
please don't. um, okay, let's see. One more. Hmm. I am deathly afraid of spiders. Like
Okay.
I hate spiders, and yeah, no, I just not. Every time I see a spider, I almost have a panic attack. I've had
Okay.
to learn how to control my anxiety enough to be able to kill it, especially living by myself, because I can't just let it crawl away, because then my anxiety is going to get worse because I don't know where it went.
Mm.
Like whatever crawls on my face in the
It's in
middle
your
of the.
size 4 shoes and it's waiting for you when you're going to the mall.
Okay, don't
Like
say
it's
that.
red.
Don't say that. See, now you created another fear. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help
No,
myself. I
no,
couldn't.
it's okay. But yeah,
Okay.
five facts about me.
Man, okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now we know a little bit more about you. I mean, we're not gonna give you honey in its purest form when you come back home because it will have the honeycombs and stuff like that. We won't do that.
Okay.
We're probably not gonna put you up in a chalet where we know um it's got bugs and spiders running around, like maybe in a reserve or something like that. We're gonna give you something clean, something really clean. Okay.
Look.
And
I'm not bougie. Okay. If I when I come back home, I'm gonna expect. Obviously, I'm gonna see insects and stuff like that. I don't mind it in that type of environment, but like in my house, no.
okay. All right. Just to put it out there, there are gonna be a lot of bugs when you come back. Like there's just a
Yeah.
lot of bugs flying around. Jamie Foxx actually did a stand-up comedy about flies that are in Africa. He says they have to run first before they take off.
Yeah. And I
So
remember I remember even the ants back home were freaking
uh,
huge because I used to play
yeah,
with them all.
yeah,
They're huge. So
they're plenty and huge and huge.
yeah.
Okay. No, thank you very much for giving us 5 things that we didn't know about you.
Oh,
That's really dope. I don't know if I was counting, but I think there were 5. Yeah, if I'm
I'm
not
pretty sure
mistaken.
there were five, I think.
Pretty sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last but not least, the item that you have to do for us before I let you go, Charmaine. You
Okay.
have to. Do you have like a? I don't know what you got in there. I'm assuming that's your bedroom, right? With all
Yes.
the
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, and yeah, with all. I can see that. That's like your, yeah, like your bedroom right there. Almost looks like you're in the club or something. I don't know.
I know.
With
It's
the
the
blue
lights.
lights and go. Yeah, it's the lights. Okay. Do a rap for us, a freestyle. I don't know if you got a boombox in there, something that will set this podcast on fire.
Okay. Can I cuss? I can cuss, right?
It's okay. I mean, what was stopping you the whole podcast?
I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. Sometimes you can't cuss on these things. I just like try to not do it. But,
You can go ahead, man. Feel free. Feel free.
okay.
You found something.
I'm to make a beat in my head because
Or
obviously
you need me to beat.
I need
to
rhythm
beatbox,
to
like-
too. Okay, so wait, are you beatboxing?
I tried. You know, I'm not that good, but I did try. Like I did try for a few seconds, Lila.
Oh
Sounds
my god.
awful.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I've never freestyled on any one of my interviews. You're the first one I'm doing this for. So you better if I
Yeah,
fuck
there's always a
up,
first
if I
time
fuck
for-
this up, you better
I'm not
cut
gonna
that.
edit it. No.
Okay. Cash App. Don't add me, call you Ashley. I'm your pappy. You Shaggy. I'm Daphne. You a pussy. I'm a baddie. Real Aggie. So bratty, bitch. I stuck right up your alley. So diddy. A pity. Mad cause I've been booked and busy. Annie up. Add it up. All in. Show your hand up. Pack it up.
Oh, come on, girl. Why don't you stop now? Why did you stop?
Oh my god. Okay. Annie up. Add it up. All in. Show your hand out. Rack it up. Pack it up. It's a blush. It's a blush. All in. Let me count these chicks I'm picking up. Hey, wanna bet? Let's make a deal. I'm pulling up with hella bank. Uncle Phil. Can you read the poker face? How you feel? I'ma take the money to the bank. Uncle Phil.
Yeah, girl. I mean, that was cool. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. Well done. Okay. I know I put you on the spot and we never spoke about this, and stuff like that. But just to let everybody know that I don't have Charmaine's cell number. Like I was just going through back and forth with her email. And I was like, girl, you need to cut me some slack, just give me your number or something like that, or something. And I just, but I don't have. So, that's all I had. Like I had an email. I had an email address. And that's it. You ain't gonna get no more than just an email address, But thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Charmaine. You are a star, and you are, like raising that flag. I
Oh,
love the fact that you are unapologetic. I love the fact that you are proudly Zimbabwean. You haven't forgotten about that, although you left when you were like 5. And I love the fact that, I love the fact that you are representing a culture that I know most definitely a lot of Zimbabweans out there love as well. Hip hop is so huge in Zimbabwe. You don't know.
Oh, really?
You don't know. There are a lot of other artists that are doing hip hop. Like there's a lady in Germany. Her name is Awa Kiwe. She's pretty dope as well. I will most definitely I don't know, hook you up or something like that. I'm sure Germany and Canada are just so close. Maybe you could do something. I don't know. But there's a lot, and the hip hop culture is growing. So thank you very much for representing us and making a good job out of it.
Of course, no problem. Thank you.
Right. Shine, girl. We're waiting. I'll be like, you know what? I heard her on my podcast. Like, what you guys talking about? Me and her, we're cool. We're cool. I mean, she's,
Don't worry, you're gonna see a lot more of me. Yep.
That's the plan. That's the plan. I love that. You have a great day. Say hi to your son, to your family, and to everything that you're gonna do today. And may the good Lord bless you.
Oh, thank you so much. Have an amazing day yourself.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Bye.
You are listening to the Joe Mars Podcast, a podcast inspired by musical creatives from and within Zimbabwe, Africa, and the world, who are making an impact and pursuing their passions. My name is Joseph Maramba, and I'm a radio host best known for shows on Capital FM, Power FM, and Sport FM radio. And I'm sitting down with creatives to learn more on their story and how they are making an impact with every single production.